Ready? Tashi, tell everyone. So we're going to same as last night, okay? Please prepare your questions. And we really need questions. When you ask questions, short, very good question, okay, directly to the what you want to, hear or question directly. That's a request to you. And when you ask, try to more clear, and then the Khenpo Monlam can give you answer very clearly to you. Questions not that clear, the answer also very hard to share. If you share, ask question really long, then sometimes we don't get. Okay, do you understand what I mean? Yeah, that's why just share like very short. Ask question is very good. Then also I have request to Khenpo Monlam here, teachers, also give short answer. And then everyone has opportunity to ask questions. If one person only take care one, and then many people didn't get the opportunity to ask questions. So that's the reason. Also, when you giving answer, more short. And we wanted to reach more people ask question. Okay. Do you understand, right, what I'm saying? Yes. Do you agree or no? Yes. Yeah. So otherwise, now we have three teachers as Khenpo Monlam and Khenpo Tsechik and Khenpo Tsering Tashi, so three. If they take only three people, then other people don't get answer. No opportunity to ask questions. So that's the reason we need, short directly and also answer directly, and we go to everyone, ask question, have opportunity. So now we can, starting like from here, Khenpo Monlam, and then after, can go to everyone. So I'm going to hand to Khenpo Monlam, and you can ask questions him. So first, like we go 20 minutes each. Then after time, we can, if they have long, so we can divide again. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight, I'm not going to explain anything. So sounds like Khenpo Monlam need more questions and answers. It's more effective for people. So therefore, as Khenpo Monlam mentioned, clear question, and you will get the more, how to say, clear answer. So therefore, precisely question, exactly question. Please go ahead.
Virginia, please.
Yes, we need to wait for the microphone so everybody online can hear.
Okay.
That's possible.
First question, Virginia.
Good evening. Thank you, Khenpo. My question is about Yeshe Tsogyal, and I hear her name a lot. I don't know. I would like to know what was her relationship to Guru Rinpoche and her significance in his life, and because I understand they always come together.
Basically, that question is, if you ask somebody, I think so significant, but you ask question is wrong person. I don't know anything either, same you. But I think so maybe Yeshe Tsogyal, many of the Tibet people believe he is Dakini. And Dakini means two things in Tibet Buddhism. One of them is the manifestation of the Tara, and one of them is a manifestation of the Mahakali. So therefore, Khandro means basically this word meaning, Ka is scar, Do means going. They can go in the sky. That means they have miracle power to flying in the sky and to go underneath the earth. So therefore, that is in Khandro Yishin Tsojal. So just my understanding, and the Khandro Yishin Tsojal, a special relationship with the Guru Rinpoche, and many things benefit for Tibet people, and especially for Tantayana. So, and the second thing, I'm not really much explaining about the Tantayana. So that is very difficult for me. I'm still confused with Tantayana. So myself sometimes really not clear in my mind. So therefore difficult to explain to any other people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Yesterday I asked a question about the relative truth and absolute truth, and tonight I want to ask a question about relative truth. I want to understand better if the relative truth is just functioning through cause and effect, karma, or just through conditions, or some mix. I'd like to have some clarity on the difference, karma and conditions.
That is really a good question. Whatever my answer is correct or not, I'm more happy to explain that things. So relative truth in the Buddhism, Buddha firstly teach their two truths. As you mentioned, relative truth and absolute truth. So relative truth means, in fact, whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you can imagine, whatever you can touch, in fact, all the appearance things is called the relative truth. So this relative truth is object of the ordinary people. So before the transcendent, like us, we can see, we can touch, we can hear. So these things is called the relative truth. In Tibet called the Gunzup Demba. So Gun means all the phenomena, whatever appearance things. So whatever we can see, whatever we can hear, whatever we can imagine, we can put in the imagination things. So opposite of that is called the absolute truth. The absolute truth is called the inconceivable. So whatever conceivable things is called the relative truth. And whatever inconceivable things is called the absolute truth. So inconceivable means when you transcendent from this samsara situation, or when you eradicate completely your 5 afflictive emotions, and then you transcendent, you get free from samsara or free from suffering. At that time you realize it's a nature of the phenomena. or some other word they using, the emptiness of the reality. So that time, your mind, there's no more, the relative truth. So because you already see the reality situation. Reality situation and the emptiness of the interdependence, the same meaning. So therefore, best way, if you want to realize, so best way we need to transcendent. And in the Sanskrit word, paramita. Paramita means transcendent. That means from this planet or samsara. The real absolute truth or relative truth, they ultimately both of your mind. Nagarjuna says clearly the root of Madhymaya text, the samsara and nirvana are not different things separately. When you see the nature of the samsara, that is called the nirvana. In fact, samsara and relative truth, same meaning, and absolute truth and the general nirvana, they both the same meaning. Thank you.
Can I ask a follow-up?
Sure.
The appearances in the relative truth, do they arise based on conditions or based on cause and effect?
Of course.
And is there a difference?
So there's everything. I'm using right now everything. Everything or all the phenomena is come from cause and conditions. And cause and condition is one other name is called the interdependence. So therefore there's nothing out of interdependence. And once anything, the interdependent things is cause and conditions. So therefore, whatever relative appearance things, everything cause and effect. Or one word is you can, single word you can use the law of the causality. So everything's there. So for basically samsara and nirvana, interdependence. Emptiness and interdependence is the same meaning. When you realize detail of the interdependence, you realize truth of nature, emptiness.
Oh, we have a taker. Okay.
Gaby Lu, ¿me ayudas? Quiero preguntar. Deseo saber cuando tenemos amigos o familiares enfermos, ¿de qué otra manera, aparte de dedicarles la práctica o lo que estamos haciendo y darles las semillitas, el agua con el néctar, si hay alguna otra intención o algo más fuerte que podamos hacer por ellos?
So her question is, what can we do for the people that there are relatives or our dear ones and they are sick? What can we do for them if we can dedicate to them the practice, give them some dutsi pills? What else can we do for them?
So last part is not clear. Come again. The last your question is not clear.
Her question is, if you have dear ones that are sick, what can
now
you
got
do?
it. Thank you. Yeah, and with the relatives, some other people get sick, what we can do, right? I think so. This is a very easy to understand, but difficult to engage nowadays. So basically, many of you, I believe, you took the already bodhichitta vows from such a precious guru, Garchen Rinpoche. So therefore, bodhichitta means, in the English word, the altruistic intention. That means thinking of being well for others and benefit for, wishing benefit for others and engaging benefit for others. So also right now sounds like your relatives means in general very much related with mostly days with them. So therefore you think this is a great opportunity, the both worldly and dharmically. One thing is your relative are more interested to help, and second thing, if your motivate is pretty good, and that is also dharma practice. So therefore, so you just think this is a great opportunity to help my relatives, and through that, many people I can help as much as I can. So it's depending your situation. If you can be able to do like financially and your conditions pretty good, like whatever they need, actually depending what they need. And then you think what they need and what you can do. And then which they need, if you can do that, and just without a doubt, you just help them. This is great.
Khenpo, in the aspiration to be reborn in Sukyabhati, there's a line that says, may I practice Dharma free of demonic influence? What's an example of Dharma with demonic influence, I guess? You know, the aspiration to be reborn in Sukyabhati? There's a line there that says, may I practice Dharma free of demonic influence. What's an example of Dharma that has demonic influence? Because I assume what we're practicing here is Dharma free of demonic influence.
Demons.
So I think so this question is a detailed and deep karmic systems. So therefore I have no higher perceptions. I cannot tell exactly, but just according to my understanding, the best way, whatever do the Dharma and whatever you practice, the most important thing is without too much expectation is best way. So the result or effect comes spontaneously. So therefore, Dharma practice means real thing is change your mind and change the mindset and keep going as much as you can, daily life. If the visualization is day-to-day life and kill it, and then without expectation, one day you will achieve there. So many different things you no need to keep in the mind. And then if you too much keep in the mind, that makes confusion and not clear your visualizations. So therefore, in real the Dharma means the true definition of the Dharma. One thing is to change the mind, change the mindset. So whatever we just relative mind, They call relative mind. That means their afflictive emotions transform true and positive activities or thoughts. If you keep going like that, what now your question, without expectation, you will achieve their enjoying for that.
Thank you. We seem to be in a very samsara-filled times, as we always have been, but it seems to be growing more intense nowadays. What do you feel, other than love, is the most important antidote that we can practice for others to help relieve samsara from each other?
The samsara, in general, this samsaric situation is very ineffable, cannot explain exactly. So, but if you think and concern about for others to help, so best way, number one, as you practice yourself perfectly. And if your practice very strong with you, and you have confidence to help for other, like 10 people if you can help, and then you should help. Otherwise, many people thinking that, all others' sufferings keep in the mind, they cannot do anything. So therefore, I'm just, in English, most people, they keep saying one word, I'm just quoted now, maybe this help you. So this is very much matched with the bodhichitta mind, actually. And the people say, think globally. Can you hear that? Did you hear that? Think globally. Act locally. So this is very important nowadays. So for example, number one, most important thing, your practice, environment is your family. And you take care of your parents if you have, and your children if you have, or whatever your family members. And then your neighbors, where you see everyday life, who has difficult and who is need more help for others. And you just start from your neighbors. And then your city and your state and your countries. And then you can reach overseas. So that is very much stable practice or helping for others. So therefore, the most important thing is that. But unfortunately, nowadays, many people, especially for we are Buddhists, so I'm more enjoying to talk each other. So we keep saying in the morning, all mother sentient beings to be happiness and cause of happiness. Sounds like so wonderful, right? So this is just saying. This is just to chanting. So I don't know, after 2 or 3 hours out of Dharma center, how many people can help for other peoples? So maybe it could be for me, morning like 2 hours before, I'm saying all mother sentient beings, and 2 hours later, I completely forget what I'm saying morning. So therefore, saying is beautiful, talking is nice, but engaging is very shortage. So this is one of the extra samsaric problem I think so. So therefore, think and pray the globally and act locally. Start from your family. This is, I think so, maybe more effective. Thank you.
That's a powerful one. Think globally, act locally. Yeah. Oh, right here.
Thank you. I wasn't going to ask a question, but I don't know. I just felt like it was really necessary. I'm always trying to find new ways of not being a jerk, and it's a struggle, you know. And I feel sufficiently challenged in a very good way from the time I left my home to when I came here, and it's been a great pilgrimage. My question is, just particularly about this practice. I'm considering this practice being my daily practice. My previous practices, the first empowerment I received was from Lo Bangto Tenzin Nyima, and it was the Chit practice. And I always seem to come across very wrathful practices. And at times I feel wrathful, right? Maybe unnecessarily like jerky, like a jerk. So I'm wondering, would you recommend for someone like me that maybe, you know, more intense and maybe have more energy to maybe just try a practice like this to help like subdue this wrathfulness that may be harmful to others? And I'm concerned about that. Thank you.
Trapia was to channels the ne Jidanke da Juinada Jidan Yamle Dangazo Juinare Dangazo Lan Yamle Karechenaya that's also Latro Shiva Karenaya Yamle Chena, that's also an Tronda with the Chandra with Jim Senso de Enangaranso Janjo Simge, the Zi Mazembege. Janjo Simge, Niba Mandawa Kijiri, some get those stand Aneta Yamle Karena by Naya, Janjo Simdan Drevekitone, and then Yamle Nambaina, then Chapuchag Mares, Soso Lion Pinto, and it's also Yankola Ranjinki, Pinto by Yongres.
Thank you so much. This is a very good question. Whether you are practice Jew or any other wrathful deity practices, and then after you practice wrathful deities, and then you became like a wrathful deities. That means you're, as you mentioned, you become like a wrathful one, your action or your motivations. Because that the problem is related, there doesn't enough loving kindness and compassion, and then there's not enough the power of loving kindness and compassion. For that reasons, then sometimes we practice kind of these wrathful activities, and then one's motivation and actions also become like wrathfuls. So that's where if future you will practice any kind of practices, if you combine with the loving kindness and compassion, and then it benefit to you, and then it benefit your environment and all.
Next question. Here we go. We got a winner.
So, my question is, how not let your intention becomes expectation. Because sometimes you're in a good intention and you're working for that, and suddenly you're in the middle of a lot of expectation on the results. So how to detect the limits?
Chidang tang azo ju nyamle kare che chena ya chidang ke rewa dang aran zo tamje ke rewa de ane ngaran sombe ke dang aran zo namba yin sonde sanje ji ko mala thomna samba de tar ngaran zo ke phungden ke rewa rewa ta de dang aran zo samala rewa yuras ina chidang ke da chu ngaran zo gom jamnari kare chena ya ta pena tere nga zo gom jaya chile pesha wena nga zo gom rawa je china nga tere gom jaya kan ro chen tingi gom ngone ki gom yapo je jaya nga yapo je chi sem dal lu sem lu lu pawa je je go sampe rewa chi yu bai na tene ngone nga zo gom jaya kan ro ti kausala ane lu dan sem ni lu lu ma pa bai je yung re jim sing kar sena tampo nga ran so gom jaya ki sampe ki kulong tampo khora ne nga tere lu sem ni de lu lu pa go yo se nga chi po je cha go sampe ki rewa shu chen po yo sa de cha go res 지당게 가서 다 되는 배신 검내 인상 검라고 지나가서 공부해나 다소스 나는다 거라 란신 하나서 컨디션나 데 컨디션 고소지니 미유다 레와 침보 메베게 가는 지와이나 아니 람롱 로야라 아니 야드 요레스
Actually, when we are practice any kind of dharma, and I myself too, so our main expectation or purpose is to attain Buddhahood. For that reasons, we keep this principle expectation. That's what we are doing normally. Then, if I share you the example through the example of meditation, and then, for instance, if you are you plan to go to the temple or somewhere to meditate, and for the sake of peaceful mind and very kind of a healthy, or in fact your body, for the sake of relaxing your body and mind, you arise this expectation from your mind, and then you enter in a temple or some meditation center. Then because of this expectation or hope, then your experience will be unrelaxed. Even your body and mind both unrelaxed. Your experience that is quite opposite of relaxed and peaceful. So for that reasons, if you will enter in the monastery or temple or any meditation area, then if you don't keep a very strong expectation, and then you just go there and practice, and then any kind of your main purpose will easily accomplished.
Anybody else have a question? Benny has a second. Oh, I'll come back. I'll come back to you.
So, my question is about child luminosity and mother luminosity. And is child luminosity the rigpa that comes from the generation stage? So, and then the Mother luminosity is kind of the ground that is within, that the child luminosity is within, and then the realization of the unity of that is what is Mahamudra. And Mother Luminosity being Yeshe? That's part of my question I forgot to ask.
Allah so dene Kongi Sambi Dwa de Bemise Bege, Dwa Ten Sabotan, Bemise Bege, Dwa Nyamne Setombo in the Jerishas, then do dene Digi Nyamne Degi Dwa de Gorde, dene Bemise Bangaran Dwa de Bemise Gaoyus, and Ngaranle Nyamne so Setoa dan, dene Nyamle da. Shion Bemise Bege Setombo get in the Gershini Jode Bege in the Nalone, the Ning in the Re Maris Tash in the Joshi Masons, then the Konaba get the Letua de la Casalin, then the Jiman Song Nan Grace, then the Bemise Benyamin Setombo down the Red Amaran in the
This question is very profound. And this question actually is related to a very high level of experience. So I'm so happy to hear about this question. And then actually, this is a very high question. So there are spiritual masters here in present. So that's where about this question is like that or those. I personally not able to make a decision for you. So I hope some masters, spiritual masters, will give you this give you answer to your question. And this question is very profound.
Are you okay if I try to give you answer? Huh? Actually, if he gives answer to you and more suitable, more meaningful, because he has done for 3-year retreat already, and whatever he gives you answer, all the with experience. So if I try to give you example or something, explanation, that is only for when I read books, when I listen from my teachers, that's all. So not really experience. So nowadays we need more experienced teachings, like our Guru, such precious Guru, Garchen Rinpoche. Whatever Rinpoche said, one single word even, so all the experience and realizations. So that's totally different. Power, blessing, and affective. So, but anyway, if I'm long explain, then Khenpo will probably deny me. He told already short answer, right? So, okay, my understanding, not experience, okay? You need to know that. So, mother luminosity and child luminosity in Tibet called the Wasi Mavu. Wasi Mavu Day, the mother luminosity and the child luminosity need to become the same essence. So that is called the Wasi Mavu 2. That means mother and the child recognize each other. And they become the same essence. So real that means the mother luminosity basically the Buddha nature. And the Buddha nature and the Dharma Kaya reality is the same meaning. But what is different, the Shakyamuni has Buddha Dharma Kaya, and we not say and not using word Buddha nature, because the Shakyamuni eradicate their two obscurations. So afflictive emotion, afflictive the obscuration, or you can use emotional obscurations. And the Shakyamuni eradicate completely the cognitive obscurations. So therefore he has completely eradicated both of obscurations, so that wisdom realize nature of the Buddha nature, and they become the Dharmakaya, and they call the true purity of the Kaya. So therefore, in fact, the child of the luminosity, where you practicing, processing, progressing, whatever, and start you from preliminary practice until to become the Buddha, that between you practicing by wisdom of the child luminosity. So when that wisdom realize the true nature of the Tathagata Garbha, Buddha nature, and then same ultimate wisdom, that is called the omniscient. Okay? And then there are no different things, and there are no more any conceptual thoughts. Only for sometimes using the, how to say, direct perception. But mostly Buddhist text, it says omniscience. Buddha has omniscience, and Buddha is omniscient. That means all knowing things, whatever any object, just direct object. And there is no space and no different directions. All of things, if you put in your palm of the hand, one seed rise, you can see directly color, shape, and size. A Buddha, 3 times and 10 directions, same thing. That time, realize mother and child, each other become oneness. That is called the Dharmakaya. Thank you.
Good evening. What's the difference between concentrating and truly observing the mind?
Lasso Toshina Joana. The Nichidanke, the Nilunga Lejana, Tinazuda, Mipatesiki, your Missiki, Pacheco is a Marisam, something Gomna, Tinita Chidanke, Nelunga Lejavata, something Rivaina Tachidanke, and something like nga zo mikpa te se gi yor yo ba ta me wa tende ya yor was.
Actually, the differences are that when you are apply a concentration, then at that moment you are going to apply some object of your focus, and then when you are rest at ease in the natural state of mind, or look at your mind, at that time it's not particularly necessary some object of this meditation, but the concentration has different expectations. So some concentration not particularly necessary some object. Differences are like this.
Thank you, Khenpo. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask your personal opinion about something, not philosophical doctrine. And I can ask the question, though, if that probably help you. The question is, in your opinion, what's the advantage the female practitioners have over the male practitioners? And what's the advantage the Khenmos have over the Khenpos?
Opportunity for realization, advantage for on the path.
Yeah, advantage. That's more makes sense. That's right. You are right.
That's why I said advantage.
Right, right.
And not advantage over, but
right. Opportunity is everything.
Because we have different qualities and skills, and
right.
So I wanted to know her what she thinks.
Nice. Chidangi di chua de bimse be chua ya pudo se chidang ngarang bimse be kaoyus. Chidangi ngarang ranshin roje na dine chidangi nopcho jaka ke nanshin chidang tanga zo sumba nanshin ngone ke ta ngandele lemne saware chidangi nopcho jaka ke nedang to shira ya bo shingi o mare sin roda da ina yang ngarang ke samso chena Chidang chena poda mosia de jikpare samguyus. Date jikpare shuya de kasananchi kashik sundan chena tapme pena pomodra nyamre sunyajidwa. Tindeki thonenge shugumes. Chidang tangaran chena poda mo jikpare se tindeki jimsi mebeke dachi zupa jaya jura tindeki chidang ashra kaomes. Ina chidang aran so Ndroa mi imbe ki chane poda mosia dengi jikpa re samgyu tsamalang aranso namju re ane soso ki pechu tangma tangre namju yobe ki chane poda mosia de jidange rikwe ki toni jikpa re samgyu se triwa tate lin de je dene jidange pena da pogi da jidange 다다 Khenpo Nanda 아니 다다 다 미자에 난다 가시 응원에게 부모게 만지omba 간지기 돈이 시용의 날에 단지딩기 자와나 간지기 돈이 부모를 라바 벽인 좀 받는데 요래 가시야 갈라고다 벽이 만지omba 아니 다다 벌레 라비게 되니 다다 비미게 된데게 다 자와 된데지 지도고 요래서 된자 다자 tomba 좀 된데게 되니 ngagi chulongdela tene da ngaso ge reida pomola soba cheba kaya mis tene chikpa yin tene je sonyora tene labar de pimela tene kada ngaso shirab ranji pimi sonyora tene sambala da ngaso shirab ge ranji pimi soyante dangona thar thokba ina ngaranso nelo ke da dege da ngone ke ngaranso repertoire me be degitol thode yoras tene sambala shiramina me tabras tene sa 예전에 직방에 살아서 진짜 매비던 지난 게 포먼다고 그랬어야 된대 지면서 나서
This question is an excellent question, and I'm so happy with this question. And then I myself actually pretty much new in the Western countries. So I have no more experience and no more knowledge about these things. And there, actually, what I noticed is there are kind of a competition between male and female, and they say that for that reason, some says male and female are equality or equal. So I don't have interest to debate about these things because we all are human beings. So for that reasons, we all have a special potential or special wisdom. So that's why actually the male and the female are the same. And then second answer is actually Khenpo or Khenmo or some kind of ordinary practitioners. The differences are like some the male has a special power or a special kind of ability to do something which female cannot do it. And then, but sometimes some female can do something that male cannot do. So the female has some kind of a power or some special kind of potentials. So then this the male do not possess like this. But anyhow, Buddha said that actually the clan or family lineage, these are not important. Because the male and the female, Buddha says everything are same. And then in the 14, the confessional text, it says that female is the nature of wisdom. So then what is that nature of wisdom? That is the stainless of Rigpa. So that's why in other ways, if we just debate unreasonably kind of male and female equalities, I have no more interesting to debate about that and not much knowledge about this. Also on Khenmo says some additions.
저와 같은 거 말해. 지혜 거래. Khenpo. 지혜 거래 같은 거
Hi, I have a question. Thank you so much for taking the time in answering these questions. My question is regarding karma in the sense of the common preliminaries as the 4 thoughts or the 4 contemplations that turn the mind into the Dharma. I have found it a little bit difficult to contemplate through observation the law of cause and effect, in the sense of observing or contemplating precious human birth. In a way, it's a little bit simple. Defects of samsara and impermanence, it's in a way simple to observe. But the law of cause and effect is not necessarily, well, for me, it's not necessarily as simple to observe in that sense. And I would like to read something really short that frames my question really good, if it's okay with you. Yes? Yeah. It comes from the biography of Tilopa. And it says, if because of former karma, we have to go through a certain suffering, then we might as well profit from the occasion and let it become an incentive for sincere repentance of whatever wrong thing it was that we did in the past to create this misery. My question is, how can I reach sincere repentance if I'm not able to connect the cause with the effect? Thank you.
How many questions?
How can I observe karma as the preliminary practice?
Tusonen ta ko zo le jumre la ta mixa ke te goya cha de sitin ko te lo bag long transo ta kantar ko ke le jumre kala che ti sano toya dra hira ko ye mo dos te mi san te kan sen de pa ke tara te lo bolon de pa ke le kar sa yu na ta han re mi tra song dos te ko ta sa chen de pa ke le len rewa mi de jon ro kurang ri yon san te to so kala gom ja yan ro ton ye mo dos ta te kara cha
long carry transaction.
Tatelo bucket, the long take the cars and Tachiwang Hamachurang, Lesa Yajilatine, Lengis Abartin, Tarandre Duhanyo Yuris.
Thank you. Nisamna Kartsanki Jambashiki Anturnika Gom Batan. Di la yang kari gum ko yo me kan rewa te dang pe dre chang dos kartang hiat samya hiat ma char wa sik terang sha ya gor kup da cha sons tani descend.
Thank you so much. And I think yesterday somebody asked me some questions to concentrate on the precious human life, and after that, what they should focus, where they should focus, something like that. Your question is very similar like this. So yesterday I did not finish something to share. So I think right now I have an opportunity to maintain from yesterday's answer.
Toma Chidanki Kra Pechijana Trzansika Nala Dadni Trzansika Nala Dadni Room and Rodi Churanga Rangaris. Yang Parchoklan Droyagan Dopa Yumeter Churanga Rangaris. Yana Parchi Parchoklan Runde Yang Yuna Trulangi Pershuguata. Trulan to Guna Trutankan Kaloba Kala Nyanguya Pete Nangsin Karti Kuranki Tarbate Top Tarbatan Tamjin Kompa Toyagun Doba Yuna Tarpi Lamla the Gedish Nyamlinguata Yuna the Lamla Nyamlin Chena Nyamling Rotangla Zukerchi Goyati 주시다 오시그래라 동우야레스 대들 맨나 든지부터 용어 말이스 대당부 물리지고 요레스 대랑아라 속까지 해서 요 말이스.
So first, I share through answer through the example. So if you are sit in a boat, B-O-A-T, boat, then if you are going to go somewhere, firstly, you have freedom whether you are going to sit in the boat or not. Second option is if you are going to cross the like a water from this side to other side or not, this boat you have this option. And then if you are willing to cross the like a river through the boat, then you must listen to the how to say this captain. Likewise, if you whether you would like to liberate from the samsara or to attain the higher stages or achieve omniscience one or not, this is your option. If you would like to liberate from like samsara and then you would like to become omniscient one, then you must effort, diligence to going through this path. So then at that moment, then you don't have option to talking about freedom or some and so forth. So you must apply this the diligence to travel this path.
Oh yeah. Tendra yendu gypsum malaripi kong mo kyumasik yens. Yenam tsechik lichik la sarji toya gypsum de ngi likim de la chichibi top yen son yores.
So for that reasons, Gypsum Malaripa says that I am an ordinary person, but I became enlightened in this very life. So that the main reason is I trust in karma cause and effect.
Tendra yendu li jimtri de la yichibi tawa de la jikten yatak tawa lapkayores nambi tsing hapsi la yichiba li jimtri la yichibi tawa de la jikten yatak tawa lapkayores. Tongnik la sokpa tawa de la jikten lin dipi tawa lapkayores. Jikten yatak tawa zamyang mena teni jikten lin dipi tawa sirati kyang mebi remotion de yont me paris.
So you trust in the karma cause and effect, and you trust in past lives and future lives, then that is called the perfect view of the mundane view, mundane perfect view. And then the transcendent view is we call about the emptiness and so forth. So if you don't have the perfect view of the mundane, then the transcendent view is very far from you.
Tendra yendu li jamdi la yen machina teni jewa jima yobri yichik mari. Jewa jima yobri yen machina te tarti ngi nyamlenchi ni maungpa nanga tarpa tangtam jinjiba tokere samji diga samlo de choni yungu yo maris. Te medu teni tangpo pena chi martakpa res. Chi martakpa yenna wana ko hina hirwa samna di ji la oda korwa la kena teni mari di ji la chi martakpa ri hisongo jis ka meba chaksona kimeduk samna maris li jimdi yores de la ichiche li jimdi yon ni koror kina kiyo maris samna yores korui tungor de samlo matangre masoba bien zatagre sam ichiche teni tan koruni zatak dendachi yena tablam yorwesna yoreseni tarbi payon la ichiche tarvi payon tenda tuni ta chwa cheni ta karichi gorsana gomchok samla japsun do goris gomchok samla japsun do na soso chikbu chede japsun do gorsa maris semjen tamchegi chede yonsoni shansum jodo semki tendri chin ro yobat korang goram hip changbo ching na ngo yore la ya de o teres di na ge chikde cha sona yamba changma liga chek maris lanti.
So, if you do not believe or trust in karma cause and effect, and then you cannot trust next life. And then, if you cannot trust in next life, then right now you practice, and then through this practice, you will liberate, and you attain the path of liberation. And then you achieve the omniscient one and so forth, then you don't have like this kind of a potential or the dynamic power in your mind. And then if you think that actually the life is impermanent, and then one day we'll die from here, and then after die, then everything is nothing, or then if you think like that, but after death, everything is not just void, and then still there is the karma cause and effect or karma causality. So then, if you think, oh, if there is a karma causality, it's okay. If I rebirth in the samsara, then still okay. It is not kind of a very emergence, something like that. Then it's not like this way, because there in the samsara there are tremendous suffering. So that's why, for that reasons, if you trust in karma cause and effect, and then you start to free from the samsara, which means that you try to attain the stage of liberation. And then if you have enthusiasm in the liberation path, and then you will start to take refuge. You follow these three jewels. And then when you follow three jewels, but not only for the sake of yourself, but you follow that for the sake of all sentient beings. That is called the Bodhisattva's vehicle. So that's where these kind of order are one by one there. So that's where yesterday I mentioned that if you missing one of these, then you will not achieve the final goal. If you complete all of these things, and then you achieve final goal.
Next question.
Yeah, my name is Bin Nguyen. My question is follow up the previous questions about the mother and child luminosity and Dhammakaya. Based on information from this book, the Dhammakaya is the union of two aspects, the emptiness and luminosity. I assume that luminosity there is the mother luminosity. And then luminosity and the child luminosity is arrived from the mother, right? So when the child dissolves back into the mother, it becomes to one, like come to the original luminosity. It not become to Dhammakaya yet, right? Because the Dhammakaya had to expect, or mother luminosity merge into the emptiness one more time. in order to become oneness, fullness. So my question is, actually, the mother luminosity needs to be merged into the emptiness one more time in order to become one, or it's two aspects, coexistent and unborn.
So this they have to walk in my tongue so the my certain poyosa. The my the poyosa the Chaja Chimbok Drawatina, so the Sarton Sunjok the Yayo and Hinandos. Then that Kantar cook draw the Karen Sinatine, my osate, then Tony Ranla and Wizingo, your west.
Oh, yeah. Lasso. Te trovate be Garchen Boris, Tata Kamolak down de Ritoni Angiti, course some losing course songs, and in Araga can't of the sugar yes.
So this question is very important. So it's related the Khenpo's answer. So I was thinking about this question.
Teni ta chakcha chenpo tang tsokpa chenpo rang kin rotang jina teni mayi gosar ti yul kyangpi ngundi yakshakpa shik tang tongni kyangpi tongcha ni yakshakpa chik parshir yinsa mari samkandos.
So according to the system of Mahamudara and Zopa Chimbo, then the mother clarity or mother's mother's clarity is not only the part of the emptiness or the in fact it's like an object, not from the object.
Karti tenda yena matong ni tang pu gosar la pyana de kyore yena niga la gosar ke jajar yoba de ransing hakuguris.
If it's like this, then we just call that mother of emptiness and child of clarity. It's okay, but it doesn't mention there. Both side is called mother clarity and child clarity. Both it mentions.
Teni yang song tang chik de la oma chimbo jibu oma de yul chuji yang ngo ni xeba tang. Teni zokpa chimbo tang chakaja chimbo de yurjin tokpa yurjin ke de ishi tang de ru tong ni zowur xiakpa song sur chik yores. De ta win de sir de yang tab de bo yores. Chitang.
There is another way to speak according to the Madhyamaka. Then in the Madhyamaka it mentions about the object of emptiness. It actually this mentioned about the Dharma that sphere. It's a related object. But then in the Mahamudra and Zopa Chimbo, it mentioned about the clarity of subject that is related to wisdom. So there is also a way to speak through this way.
Yenaya, yurdang yurchi tatat yobata usigla, kyoningunza chokumaris, teyanagachigres.
However, there's not permission to divide it, the subject and object separately.
Taina ngindri tab debochi nishana, mai gosar sewade, nyumi lanchik jibi ishi ranjin de yotba, ngo mashi kyang tagarang yobate, bai gosar seyon dig, yimbala yimbrship, rangu shisonwa di chala, pu labali, uniga chika pangla chik yobata utendi, mawini nyamdo yobata usila kwa lenko mari, inde dokchi iwa, Don't start ngushi da mashi dosi iwali ngo chikran la nguzeng go yores what the tra the lantians ngaran kwalen ta zamins
however the mother clarity is actually this the lucidity of co-emergence. So then the lucidity of co-emergence and the child clarity is actually you recognize that the lucidity of co-emergence, the lucidity of co-emergence is mother clarity, and you recognize that we just call it child clarity. So that means you it is called self-awareness. Otherwise, there is no like mother clarity and child clarity is not like the child clarity is on the mother's lap or they are being together, not like that. So in fact, there is a delusion and liberation. So the liberation means when you realize the lucidity of co-emergence, then that means then this how to say it's called the mother clarity and child clarity. That is the how I understanding about this.
Thank you. Yes.
Good evening. It's more a request. Could you give us a little bit of your thoughts or maybe a story about Guru Rinpoche that could help us connect more deeply in our last practice tomorrow? I would like to bring the topic back to Guru Rinpoche. Thank you.
Guru Rinpoche, we can think as a person, but it's not the real aspect of Guru Rinpoche. It's better to see Guru Rinpoche as primordial wisdom. If we see anything less than this, then we don't have the real way of seeing. When we talk about Guru Rinpoche, maybe the best way is to think that we have first Amitabha. First, Amitabha is the Sambhogakaya aspect. Then Guru Rinpoche is the Nirmanakaya aspect. And Samantabhadra is the Dharmakaya aspect. Then when we see Dharmakaya is the great openness. From that space, everything comes. But then we can see this, we can understand this, we can explain this. Then the mind that can explain and help the people is Sambhogakaya. And with Dharmakaya and Sambhogakaya, Guru Rinpoche manifests its presence in the world, and he can be seen, but who sees him is not really seeing him, because to see him, they have to understand Dharmakaya and Sambhogakaya. It's like the Buddha. Buddha said that who sees me and make prostration and circumambulation is a kind of person that have no vision, because I cannot be recognized by my body, my expression. Then Guru Rinpoche, we could say that is in everything as we see in the text, because that wisdom of making everything appear, we don't realize that it's a wonderful, special thing.
For example, we feel here as a reality, but we are under the benefit of the construction of this event here. Then everybody sees very natural here. Then we have a bright mind constructing and seeing everything here. Then everything comes from that big space. If I recognize this, it is the aspect of Sambhogakaya, wisdom. And then we walk here around with an illusory body, but we don't believe this. We think we have a true body here, but we have an illusory body because we are persons in this bubble here, in this place here. When we have that illusory body, it's wonderful, it's incredible, because primordial wisdom is sustaining this. That kind of wisdom and luminosity that builds the thing and sustains things, and is aware of this. It's Guru Rinpoche. Guru Rinpoche is this mind that can go everywhere and sees everything with this wisdom, with this clarity. That's it. So we pray to Guru Rinpoche to follow him in some way and can achieve this realization in some moment. Guru Rinpoche is inseparable from all Buddhas. All Buddhas are inseparable. All of them are in the center of the mandala. In the Mahayana text, we explain, like Sutra, the Lotus Sutra, we explain the primordial Buddha in the center, seeing all the realities, billions of worlds. In each world, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, suffering and teachings, and he sees everything inseparable from that mind. That it's called like the Sangha. It's called the big Sangha. Everybody is Sangha. We are in the world. We are practicing. Then I prefer to see the mind of Guru Rinpoche like that, inseparable from that, the primordial Buddha, then the teachings, the capacity of understanding, and the capacity of manifesting in the world with the appearance of a common person. But his body is light, is not solid body, because our body really is not solid body. we have a light body also. We have a body of light also. For example, when we die, shortly the body disappears because it's sustained by energy. It's not sustained by substance. If it is sustained by substance, it do not disappear. Substance are there, but it's energy. Energy is light, luminosity.
So must be the last question. Thank you. Together.
Mine is very simple. Today, very simple. Yeah, I know you. What is the difference between a Buddha and bodhisattvas? Because, I don't know, I think they are the same, no? A bodhisattva and the Buddha, but I know it has a difference.
The bodhisattvas, we can explain 10 levels, 10 bhumis. Then For example, usually we think that when the Bodhisattva understands prajna, it's enough. But it's not enough, because it's the sixth bhumi. Then, for example, we can have some wisdom like prajna, but we can easily lose this. When we need this, then where is prajna? It's disappeared. Suddenly we are involved in karma, and we don't have that kind of stability. Then we can have the seventh bhumi, when we then, each time we call prajna, please come, then prajna appears. But better is not to lose prajna. Then it's the eighth step, the eighth bhumi. We don't lose prajna. Then we have always clarity. But the ninth bhumi is Tathagata. Then he goes everywhere. Then he teaches in every place. He can arrive in any place and produce liberation and alleviate suffering of the beings in any place. Then we think it's the real Buddha, the final Buddha. But the final Buddha is the 10th. For example, now Buddha is the 10th. Then he manifests in the altars in every place. Then it's called it's like a heavy cloud that rains in the mind of the people directly. Then the Tathagata is in some place and not in the other, but Dharma Magga is everywhere. It's inseparable from ourselves. Then we suddenly we can develop we can develop the wisdom. The altars are everywhere. The altar is not built by somebody. It's built by the heart and the love and compassion and the bodhichitta. Bodhichitta is an expression of the Dharma Magga. Then the bodhisattvas, they are going, but if they have really a refuge in the Buddha, then they will achieve enlightenment. But sometimes the refuge is not easy, really. Usually most practitioners are in the condition of aspiring to real take refuge.
Last. I heard you were a quantum physics teacher before.
Past life.
Yeah. A quantum physics teacher. So I wanted to know, like, what are the main similarities you see in quantum physics and Buddhism, and if it influenced you to get into this path.
I think science can be really benefited from Buddhism. I think so. We can see, for example, when we study science, we start to see that the reality that scientists are describing are changing all the time. Then I think it's very important to study history of science, because it's the history of avidya, the history of Marigba. Because we get involved in a kind of vision that's not true, but it can last 100 years, 300 years, 1,000 years. And we have to think why that much clever persons can be stuck in that visions without realizing other things. And they can, for example, not be stuck, but they can kill the others that think differently. You know, it's so funny, it's incredible. Then history of science can bring this kind of perspective. Then when we started to see Marigpa in that vision, it's very interesting. But in quantum physics, there was a very clever, I don't know how he discovered that many things. It's Niels Bohr. Niels Bohr, he developed the idea that we cannot see things without some prejudice, some internal ideas that are developed in front as that what we're seeing. Then it's the main point. But the physicists usually they don't study Buddhism, you know. For them, they use the natural philosophy. Natural philosophy is the things are there by themselves. They are that thing, you know. They would, for example, imagine that they can describe the pion of the chessboard, cutting this and analyzing the material, you know. But it's impossible. We are not dealing with that thing. We are dealing with some dream pion, dream king, dream bishop. It is the real thing. Then Niels Bohr saw this. Then if you look at the mathematics of this, it's so funny. It's not credible. I don't have time here. I have not how to explain. It's not so difficult, but it's called the algebra of projectors. You know, look at this, and the reality explained. We use a symbol that is psi of psychology. Psi. Psi is the symbol of reality, and we use the idea of projectors. Then we have a projector in that reality. Then, according to that projection, appears what we see. It's there in the mathematics of this. Then, the physicist really doesn't understand it, Niels Bohr. And everybody accepts, but they don't understand. But I think, wow, I have to study this. Then I found a very detailed study of this kind of thing in Shurangama Sutra. Shurangama Sutra, for example, Ananda, it's so beautiful. Ananda went, he was a monk, the closest student of Buddha Shakyamuni, but he went certain time traveling alone. When we came back, he saw that no food in the altar. Then he go to the city asking for food. But a beautiful girl saw him and asked her mother that have power to enchant him. And then Ananda, the closest student of the real Buddha, got enchanted and go to the room of that lady, you know. But then Buddha, he was in the palace with the king, with all Sangha. He saw in his mind, he saw what's happening. And sent Manjushri with that spear to go there. And then he broke the enchantment, and they both came. He and his new girlfriend. They both seated in front of Buddha. And it's very interesting what he said. Buddha asked, then what happened? And Ananda said, well, I don't know what's missing in your teaching because I listened everything and it didn't work in that moment. I love this question. But then Buddha, we think, Buddha will cut everything. No. Buddha asked him, how do you see? It's the beginning of the thing. It connects with Lotus-born, how the scientists see. It is the same. Then we get stuck, we get enchanted. And we see the bubble, we don't see the things. But Ananda thought that the question was how we see with the eyes. And he starts to see he said, yes, with the eyes. But then it took a lot to understand that we see with the mind and how Tathagata Garbha is the source of all the dreams and the realities. For me, then I took 1 year out. I went out for the university to look at this. Then I stayed 1 year outside looking this, looking the Shurangama. And when I came back to university, I asked the license to university to go with no salary. Then I came back and they gave me the quantum physics, how we say, they asked me to teach quantum physics. Then I stayed some years in that thing and I developed a course from philosophy to physicists. And then I was studying these sutras in the connection. And then I offered to the philosophy department physics for philosophers. The same thing. Then it was very good for me during some time. Yes. But then I saw that my students, they come and go. That's it. Then I think it's better to keep working and studying outside. That's it. Sanjo Zenjo Rinpoche Maji Banai Jujurje Jeba Nyamba Nebayang Kone Gonde Bewarjo. Thank you, everyone. So tomorrow we have to, recognize, like some people don't know, I think we have morning practice and the daily practice with meditation, achi, performing small offering is starting 6:40. Yeah, 6:45. Okay, second is tomorrow we're going to finish the time is noon. Okay, so noon is a conclusion Padmasambhava practice. And 2 p.m. we come back and practice white Tara. Okay, it's white Tara and for long life Garchen Rinpoche. And then 2 to 3:30. Okay, 3:30. And then 3:30 take break and 4 Garchen Rinpoche come back again here. Okay. So 4 p.m. we have a celebration for his 90 years, long life ceremony. And so think that, okay? Keep that in your mind. Thank you, everyone. Yes. What?
What? Zoom what? When? Oh, tonight? Okay. Oh, okay. So thank you, Zom Sangha Tashi Dele, and see you tomorrow. Thank you, Brandon, translating for Chinese Sangha. Then? That's it. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, here's some question up on the paper, so we don't have time to answer tonight. But this is a very big question and wise subject and profound. All the talking about true truth and viewpoint of the Madhmaryas. For example, extremes at conceptual elaboration. This is actually need to study months and months. But I will try to answer maybe tomorrow the tea break time, or maybe I will writing down on the paper and give to you. Because questions comes paper and the answer I think so maybe need to paper. I don't know, we will see. Thank you.